All right, Big Man, today is Tuesday. It is December 10th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Tuesday. Today we are joined on Zoom by Kenjac, in the studio by Rudy and Nicky Smokes because White Sox Dave is gone shooting a rat race. Chief is here. I'm here. Obviously, we all have something in common besides Chief.
Yep.
We all made the trip.
Oh, we all have something in common now.
What's that?
We all have great hair.
We're not there yet.
But we're on the way. We're on the path to everyone in this room having great hair. Lance has great hair, too.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're here, and obviously you saw from the title, we're doing most iconic haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's very fitting.
that is. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, why not?
Yeah.
We already did the bald guy draft, so that was out of the equation.
Oh, really? And you're out of that equation.
Yeah, and technically we
that's
are.
in your
We're
past.
all out.
Yeah.
We're changed men.
Who'd you go 1-1 in the ball draft?
I don't remember who I went 1-1, but I remember I forgot Stone Cold, and I.
Oh, that's bad.
It keeps me up at night to this.
That's bad.
You probably went Urlacher.
Wait, no
Someone
one
had to have
drafted
gone Urlacher.
No one drafted.
Although
Stone Cold?
No.
Urlacher kind of
Yeah.
He paved the way for you guys.
he switched up.
Yeah. It looks good. His looks good.
There's a lot of famous people that got plugged. Dave Portnoy, Brian Urlacher. Us.
Oh, billion people.
I think, did Deion Sanders get one?
Yeah, it was in my speech.
Yeah, that's. I didn't know that till you gave us the speech. By the way, Eddie's speeches on this trip were spectacular. You want to talk about having a crew ready to run through a wall?
Eddie was the guy for that.
Kim Jong Eddie showed up and led the fucking boys into battle.
Red Ed.
It's like 7 a.m. in like a dimly lit, rainy Turkey. We're around a bunch of Sprinter vans, and I'm just speaking to people about how today's a new day for the rest of our lives.
It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was funny. Fuck, I can't.
By the way,
find-
Homer Simpson won one in that bald guy draft.
did he?
Yeah, it's Homer Simpson,
That's
then
absurd,
Costanza. Yeah, Costanza, Michael Jordan, Mr. Clean Pitbull was the first five.
That's a good
Yeah.
first round.
I'm not a wrestling guy, but I do feel like Stone Cold should.
Has to be. It should have been 1-1.
Could've been.
I would have thought Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, I don't even know if he's on here.
No, he did not get drafted.
That's crazy.
Not drafted. Kevin Youkilis got drafted. What the fuck?
Well, it was one. It was one athlete, one TV/movie.
Yeah, it was all categories. Yeah,
Does the wrestler count as athlete? Was that the category he would have been under? Or
Could have been athlete or miscellaneous, really.
Okay.
To be honest, but yeah, fuck, it still bothers me. I'm not kidding. But anyways, yes, today's the iconic haircut draft because we could do something like this if we want now,
We're
right?
big stepping now. That's different.
Exactly.
damn right.
So we'll get into it. Let's do the order here. Kenjac 1 through 5 behind Lance's back. What number is it?
4.
No.
Nick,
3.
No.
Rudy,
1.
No.
Fuck.
Steve.
5.
5.
I will go third.
All right,
Interesting.
1 through 4 to me. I'm gonna go 4.
No.
Kenjac.
Let's do 3.
Yep.
I'll go second.
All right,
Is it 1 to 3 to me?
1 to 3 to you, Nick.
1.
1.
Is first still available?
Yeah,
Yep.
1, 4, 5.
I'll take 1.
All right. 1 or
Charlie
2,
Smokes.
Rudy.
Man, it's a big decision. I'm gonna go 2.
Got it.
You want 4 or 5 slot.
The name of the show is Snake Draft, so I'm gonna go 5.
All right.
Smart.
Strats.
Yep.
I know the strats. Big brain time.
So the order is Nicky, Kenjac, Chief, Eddie, Rudy. Before we get going, I want to talk to you guys about Factor. Listen, if you notice the days are shorter, but your to-do lists aren't, power through your busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor's easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled and feeling your best, whether you like a routine or you enjoy mixing things up. Factor is you covered with 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add to your box like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. Don't let shorter days slow you down. Stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Factor lets you do you. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, and simply eat a well-balanced meal. Because Factor meals are chef-prepared and dietitian approved, you're going to not only love how Factor tastes, but also they support your goals. We have a lot of
Factor
like
rocks.
Yeah, we have a lot of extra time that we have to like shampoo and shit like that. So head to factormeals.com/50dogwalk to use code 50dogwalk to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code 50dogwalk at factormeals.com/50dogwalk to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping while your subscription is active. Go check them out. All right, here we go. The iconic hair draft. Nicky Smokes, you're on the clock.
All right. It's tough for me because I don't know if I want to go funny but iconic, or like it's like consensus. This guy's hair fucking rocks, and I'm torn. But since I have 1-1 and I always go for bits, I'm gonna go safe here. He's the head. He's the face of Head and Shoulders. Troy Polamalu. 1-1. Luscious locks. Absolute demon on the football field. He's known for his hair. You think Troy Polamalu, you think his hair. I think he's a clear-cut 1-1.
Here's what I had trouble with. What is it called? It's like the lion's mane? Like what is
it's just perfect flow.
I guess that's just the
I
Moana.
don't think it needs a name.
It's the
necessarily.
Polamalu.
See, but I think a lot of these things in this draft, like you kind of need that name.
Yeah, so this is like not hairstyles though. It's like iconic hair.
Yeah, I get it.
His
I'm not
hair is
saying-
iconic. Like,
Yeah.
he was known for his hair.
I'm not saying it's not draftable. I'm not saying it's a bad pick, but I'm saying to me, like a pick has more punch.
Yeah.
If like
to
there's
throw a
like-
name on it.
Yes.
Well, he is the name. He's the hair.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you.
No,
You know,
I think Rudy nailed it. It's the Moana.
It's the Moana.
Yeah.
Even though he did it before Moana.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. He may have been the inspiration for Moana. We'll never know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They saw him jumping over the line to block a field goal, and some guy was like, I gotta make an animation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, to
Gotta.
be that good on a football field with that perfect long hair speaks volumes.
yeah.
Every now and
Shout
then
out
we get
Pat Tillman.
told and everyone get pissed. Yeah.
Shout out Pat Tillman. You just leaked someone's draft board, though.
Hey, man, it's a free country. I
Yeah,
can say
you're
shit.
right. And he died for this country.
Yeah, Palomalu has sick hair.
That's what we're going for, right?
Honestly, though, like, I'm sure he's fine with it. That shit looks inconvenient.
Yeah. I also think that there is like I get pissed off when people are like, that guy's got great hair. It's like, is it great hair or is it just long? Like sometimes like that guy, his hair is the same as everybody else. He's just let it grow for a year. Big whoop.
Yeah.
Polamalu's on a different category. But I feel like people do that with like hockey players. Like, oh, he's got great hair. It's like, it's just.
Most hockey players have shitty hair and it's just long.
You're right. Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they take that helmet off and it's a whole different story.
Gross. It's
Like,
gross.
oh, buddy.
Yeah.
But Palomalu's is luscious.
And it's legendary. It got him.
Too much hair.
So I didn't reach 1-1 because I feel like I always reach 1-1.
I wouldn't say you reached, but
It wasn't on my board, but
Wasn't
I
on
don't
my
think it was
board.
a bad pick.
See, like that's what pisses me off. I'm done going first with this fucking bullshit because none of you guys have my shit.
I just didn't think of it. There's a million. I
I'm
wrote
not
down a
saying it's a
huge
bad
list.
pick,
I had a
yeah.
huge list. I could have done more.
lot.
Like it's just a big list. I just forgot.
Now I'm pissed I didn't go with the other guy. Whatever.
Yeah, you actually kind of ruined the draft.
Palomalu's locks.
That's a
Kenjac.
good. I think that's a good pick. He also Polamalu, beyond being obviously a great football player, I think he's on the cover of my favorite Madden. I think it was Madden 10. It was him and Larry Fitz like face to face, and like that one was like one of the last very good Maddens I can remember playing.
One thing I appreciate you about Palomalu is you knew who he was. You didn't have to identify him by his number.
No.
You saw that hair.
Yeah.
Nameplate was covered.
I think the voters are gonna understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I hope. Kenjac.
Is it him and like Leinert were roommates or something, right? At USC, I think, and like they hated each other. I don't. That might not be.
It might have been,
remember
I think it was Carson Palmer actually.
Yeah, that sounds way more
Yeah.
correct timing wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Troy, I think that's a good pick, Nicky. I don't
you.
let them. It was on my board to make you feel.
Okay.
Feel
All
better.
right. That does make me feel better.
Okay, so for 2, I think I'll pick one. It's definitely recency bias to a degree, but I think it's one that like it captured the imagination of a lot of people, a lot of dudes that thought they could pull it off and then they couldn't, and they ended up looking kind of like dicks. I'll just go like Killian Murphy, Peaky Blinders, that undercut.
The Eddie.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
The Eddie.
what is currently the Eddie, as
Yeah.
many people say, the Istanbul Eddie. But it's a I think not even specifically Killian Murphy, but the guy who played Arthur. His hair was so
yeah.
much better.
Unreal.
Like his hair was so good, it was crazy. And I think that his specifically and that Peaky Blinders cut it looked really cool on them. I don't think anyone in America has really pulled it off.
Well,
at least
I think it's because we don't dress to pull that look off.
No.
I feel
Yeah,
like if you walked around with a 3-piece suit on and you had that dope little hat all the time and you took it off, it would look sick versus like pulling up.
It would help. It would help. But the main difference is that it's Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
And it's,
Yeah.
it's like it's the same category as Brad Pitt and Fury. Like I remember when Fury came out, everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Brad Pitt and Fury," and you go get that haircut, and you look like a fat hedgehog. Like it's just not good.
So
Well, I think Eddie looks fucking sick with the haircut right now.
Yeah, but
was
this isn't a
good.
haircut. This is a fucking operation.
yeah.
But it's
I-
kind of a haircut for
I will say that when I first got into that show, and I was kind of early on it, I was getting my haircut at a salon back then. It was like this hot girl was my hairstylist, and I'm like, I want to do
Nice.
the Peaky Blinders, and she didn't know the shoulder picture, and she just goes, you don't want to do that.
She's smart. Hey, give her
Yeah,
a
she
applause.
just
That's
vetoed.
a great
Yeah, that's good
great
advice.
Better
Good
stay loyal to
hairstylist.
her.
Yeah.
You know what bothers me about like barbers or whatever is a lot of times I'll go in there and I'll be like, yo, like, what do you think like would look good? And they're always like, ah, man, it's up to you. I'm like, bro, you're the pro.
Yeah,
like,
you do this every
that's a good
day.
point. Great
I'm like,
point.
listen, I'll listen. We can like
Yeah.
workshop this. Like, just give me something. And they're always like, hey, man, it's like it's your head. I'm like, that's not like
Right.
you're the pro here.
But they see the memes, they see all that shit where we all say like, yeah, we all just let them fuck up our hair, and then we're like, oh, good job. Like they realize that like they could really fuck up, and you're just gonna say it's good regardless. So they're as afraid as we are of messing up.
I
You might have to send me her number. That sounds like a woman who cares.
This was like 8 years ago.
You sacked her after she did that for you?
I moved and
Oh.
it was inconvenient.
Oh, so she didn't
Smokes
get fired.
chill.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted
Heel.
I wanted a hairstyle.
Heel, Cinnamon, heel.
In 6 months, I'm gonna need a proper hairstyle.
No, it's because he said she was hot. That's
No,
what
that's not
Yeah.
it. Come on, Rudy. That's not who I am.
But I did appreciate that because it would have looked horrible.
Did you guys ever go to the all nude Chicago barber yet?
No.
Do you guys-
What?
It's like some viral meme from a while ago. It's like a black barber shop where the guy was just doing it all nude, shaving the guy's head, and the guy's just sitting there like in the full thing. The guy's butt ass naked, shaving his head. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
yeah, I'm
Dudes
good
rock.
on that.
Dudes rock.
See, but this is why I think this is a good pick because you instantly say the Peaky Blinder and you know what it is.
Yeah, that was on my board.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
the Peaky Blinder. Chief, you're up.
All right. I don't know if this is necessarily good hair, but it is iconic hair, and it's hair that like gets a chuckle out of me whenever I see it. It's Polly Walnuts. The Polly Walnuts
Yeah.
Sopranos with the wings and the white, and it's slicked back,
Great pick.
and it's like a mile high somehow. The Polly Walnuts is incredible.
Yeah. He
Silvio Sneaky had better hair.
He had,
Silvio has
I don't
the
know
best
if
hair on the show.
he had He had more ridiculous hair. I don't know. I was torn between the two of them. I went with Polly.
yeah, but dude, having natural racing stripes is insane.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It frames up his whole face.
He looks like a cartoon character.
yeah, exactly.
They've
yes.
told stories from that time. Like no one was allowed to touch Tony Sirico's hair. Like no like makeup artist, nothing. He did it all himself. He woke up like hours early to get it done. The only time where they're like, "Hey, dude, we're gonna have to fuck with this hair," was Pine Barrens. Yeah, and he's like, "No, I don't know about that. Like, I got a rule: no one touches my hair." And like he's like, "All right, fine, let me do it." And he like messed up a little. Like, dude, we need to do it more. He's like, "Fine, fucking do it." And he was like,
Dude,
really upset about it.
imagine being like a union crew worker or like makeup artist and you're dealing with some Italian guy. It's like, listen, no one touches my hair. And you're like, bro, are you fucking come on, dog? Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I respect that though.
I don't. That's dumb as fuck.
Stand for something, or stand for nothing at all.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But no, I think that's a good pick. I think the difference is that you've seen a strong hairline like Silvio's. You haven't really seen those wings. Like
yeah,
Pauly.
that's true. Yeah,
That's why
true.
it's more
well said.
iconic. That puts me up. Listen, there's a lot of afros I could choose from. But I'm gonna take Bob Ross's afro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Great one.
Yeah, I think Bob
Great
Ross's afro. Like if Bob Ross doesn't have that afro, is he still
He's
that
a
guy?
nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He looked like a paintbrush.
Right.
Yes.
yeah.
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 I'm just smiling, but I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Come on, bro.
Bob
if you
Ross?
saw him, you'd know him.
Let me-
Bob Ross
let me-
did.
let me
Bob
look.
Ross didn't hit Dade County. I believe.
Oh, no chance.
I'm
no
from
chance.
Broward.
Broward,
I'm
dude.
from
Broward,
shit.
of course.
Dade County.
Bob Ross.
Whatever.
Oh, the painter dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
dude.
Rocks. Yeah. Rocks. Okay.
Yes.
Great pick.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he's good.
But
I totally forgot.
That kind of falls with a Troy Polamalu, though.
Where like that was how specifically? What do you mean?
Because you assimilate Troy Polamalu with his hair.
Yeah.
That's everyone on this list, dog.
I know, but that's why I didn't get the commotion.
No, he's saying that doesn't have the name. You know what I mean? If
Right.
you just say the Bob Ross afro, like what would you call it? Like
Right.
it doesn't have like the name.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard people like, oh, Bob Ross.
The Bob Ross. I
Yeah.
think it just means like a white guy with an afro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes, but
You're still stewing over that pick.
but it's true though. You know what I mean? Like the Peaky Blinder, the Pauly Walnuts, the Bob Ross. Like
Yeah.
that
The
is
Polamalu.
all.
whatever Smokes picked. I can't remember.
Yeah, I just wish I could. I mean, I guess I take it back because you can't really identify the Pauly Walnuts besides like the wings. But I guess I spoke out of both sides.
I think it's a great
Whatever.
pick, though. Now
Thank
that I
you.
know who he is.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. I totally forgot about Bob Ross.
That's a very good one. I did too.
Me too. Yeah. Good pick.
Rudy, you're up.
I'm actually kind of surprised this one fell to me, and it came to me right before I walked in the room, and I couldn't believe I almost forgot it. And this is just, I think, one of the most jaw-dropping hairstyles I've ever seen on film. I think it was, I don't think it was a net positive, but it was just a moment in history, and that's Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt, the most mullet of all mullets.
Yep.
The Magnum mullet.
He had the chops down the side too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now here's what's questionable. Like, are all mullets off the board?
No,
I
Joe
don't
Dirt's
think so.
Joe Dirt's
Okay.
a different level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like when they show that scale of like shark sizes, and then they go to megalodon. That's Joe Dirt.
Yeah, like you would be like if it was a basketball draft and you took Jordan, taking another mullet would be like, well, you got Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
You know.
It was a wig too, right? Like that they glued to his head.
Has to be. Had.
No,
to be.
like in the movie. I mean, like within the scope of the movie. Like they,
Oh,
like,
you mean like in the script, it's not even his hair?
Yeah, like I think his parents glued a mullet to his head. And he could never grow his own.
I haven't
and he
seen
could never
that.
grow his own hair.
I haven't seen it in like
forever.
20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly an awesome movie.
It
He was
is.
more hair than body.
Funny.
He was so twig, like tiny in that movie, and his hair was probably 20 pounds heavier than him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Dirt.
Yeah, it was a perfect mullet. Obviously, the name adds to it, the movie, the performance, so it's all good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You're up again.
Man, I'm gonna go with one. I'm gonna go R9.
No, I knew it. I knew it. I was like, fuck, if it survives Rudy, I'm going to get it.
That was kind of a defensive pick because I knew that Smokes was gonna get in there.
Damn, that was going to be my 1-1.
It was
it was between him or Palomalo.
It was on my list. Do you know what this is, Ed?
Look up R9 haircut. It is a fucking
Yeah.
mustache on your forehead.
That's all it is.
It is
Oh
the
my
wildest thing ever. And he was a baller.
He's arguably
He's one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's probably the best. He got hurt.
For 2 years.
Yeah, he's like the Derrick Rose kind of.
Really?
Or he had
But even more so, I'd say.
This ain't Ronaldinho, is it?
No.
no.
Different guy.
Different guy. But
Although he also had cool hair, and I loved Ronaldinho because he just he was still so good, but he's like, yeah, I'll just get fatter, and he just couldn't play at the high level anymore.
I love
but still
booze.
kicked ass in like Brazil or whatever.
the R9 is incredible.
The
I
R9.
wanted that so bad. Was that going to fall to me if he didn't take it?
I probably would not have taken it this round, but
Fuck.
it was on my list.
I knew it. I thought you were going to take him first. I already had the R written down. Then you said Joe Dirt. I'm like, all right, maybe I got
Yeah.
life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's this
that
guy's
hurt.
deal? He just walked around like this?
I don't know. I never got. I'm sure there's a story
90s, man.
behind
Like
it.
just,
I-
just
early
imagine
2000s?
you walk onto a field and see that guy, and you're like, this guy's a fucking clown. And he just cooks you.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
My assumption is that like if you're the best in the world at something and you have literally no reason to feel self-conscious, you just start doing wild shit. You're like, watch this.
I think he was just giving people a spot to aim for. Just on the cross,
Put
it's
it
like
right here,
right at where the hair is.
That's not even a hairstyle.
I know.
That is something that it's like he invented
Yeah.
a new way to wear your hair.
What do you think his hairstylist said when he was just like, yeah, just shave the top, leave a mustache up front?
I think that they probably in the back of their mind were like, this is so dumb, I can't do this. And then they're like, oh, it's R9.
And I
Whatever
mean,
you
What am I
want,
gonna
bud.
say? Also, an wild thing to combo with a gap tooth.
yes.
Yes. Just an absurd looking individual.
He is one of the most unique looking people. There's only been one. He's the only one.
That's wild.
It's truly something.
That's insane. All right, it's back to me. I'm going to take our first animated character, and it's Marge Simpson's Beehive.
Yep.
Ooh,
I was between R9 and Marge.
Or, yeah. I
Damn
mean,
it.
Marge is,
Mm-hmm.
it's preposterous.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Preposterous.
Mhm.
And why does she, I don't know, some Simpsons, are you a Simpsons super fan?
Not super fan, but I liked it a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah. Same.
How do they determine who gets the blue hair and who doesn't?
Who gives a fuck?
Good
I don't
question.
know. I think that they're just like wilding.
Right?
Her whole family is blue. Like,
Is it?
Her
Like-
sisters are Patty and
Yeah, true.
and whatever the other ones.
But like obviously
Patty and
Bart
Selma.
and Lisa got the yellow.
Yeah. Yellow's
Flanders got the brown.
Yellow's the dominant gene.
I don't think
Yeah.
Bart or Lisa even have hairlines. They just have
their head just goes.
their
in
head
shapes.
just goes
Yeah.
straight
Yeah.
into shape. Yeah.
But like Bart will like comb the
Yeah.
spikes
Yeah.
for like church and stuff. So
You could probably dig an hour into the anatomy of the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
different body types.
they're all just like kind of pot bellies too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marge
Why?
is crazy. Yeah. I don't know how
Really
you draw
are.
that.
How do they determine? Like, yeah, her and Milhouse are going to be blue,
Yeah.
right?
I could see you being a big Millhouse guy.
Me?
I don't know why.
I wish I got more into The Simpsons. I know enough about it, like,
Yeah.
in this conversation, but Sure, I could I could see myself being a Millhouse guy.
I don't know. I just see you Team Millhouse. There's something about it.
You just need to shake. He's not that big of a nerd. He's just
Okay.
he's just misunderstood.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marge fuck people up with that vacuum in the video game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marge. That thing must.
You
be
talking
tough.
about Hit and Run?
No, I'm just talking about the arcade.
Oh,
You
I
know?
thought you were talking about the video game.
Simpsons Hit and Run, great game though.
Iconic game.
yeah.
Yeah, one
Hall
of
of
the
Fame
time
game.
Brilliant idea just to make Grand Theft Auto for children.
Yeah,
That's literally what it was.
Didn't South Park do that too?
reskin.
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
South Park rocks, man.
Yeah.
That might be the best animation show ever, in my opinion.
You're sitting in that guy's chair.
That's another thing to
Yeah.
gush about White Sox Dave with. That's his show.
Yeah.
My sister was born in South Park.
Really?
I didn't know it was a real
It's a
place.
real town?
Yeah.
It's in Colorado, right?
I knew it was set in Colorado. I didn't know it was a real town.
Oh, it's real.
Okay.
Is it the people in Colorado like love it?
Yeah. Like the town or the show?
The show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's so culturally relevant to you guys. Like with what's the
and the
Mexican
guys
place?
that made it, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Boulder guys.
Mhm.
So it's kind
And
of
they reference a lot. Like why am I blanking on the Casa Bonita?
Oh, real? Yeah, dude. That's the jam. I used to go there for birthday parties.
Oh really?
Yeah, my buddy got banned for life
Really?
What? How?
in high school. We went there. It's way different now, but back then it's in like a shitty part of town in a strip mall. It's dog shit food, like dog shit food. Incredible sopapillas though.
That's what I've heard.
Sopapillas are next level, but it's like this completely bizarre arcade, cliff diving, shitty Mexican food. It's just like a freak show. But my buddy, when we were in high school, we went there and he got banned because he jumped over the rope and did the high dive.
Oh really?
Went out like a legend though. Yeah. But now the Trey Parker and Matt Stone bought it. It like went out of business.
Yeah.
And they bought it, and now I think they touched it up and sort of made it like, I don't know exactly what it's like on the inside, but it's like you have to get a reservation like a year in advance.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew
City
they-
Walk there?
Huh?
City
Is
Walk?
there a City Walk there?
City
Like from
Walk?
the show? Shitty Walk?
I don't know, actually. I'm sure. there
I
is a
think
Chinese
that's
spot.
just a great bit that they came up
No, but like I had friends in high school like that had the real Mr. Mackey as their teacher. Like the majority of the characters are based off like people that actually.
No shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Saddam Hussein looks kind of similar to some guys in real life. Yeah.
Yeah.
like Casa Bonita doesn't mean anything to anyone around the world until now. But if you grew up around Denver, like that's everything. You know, like that's a thing. So it's probably that's probably the biggest Colorado come
That's
up.
the Denver on the map. That and
Yeah.
Shining, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Rudy, I like how they told us we're allowed to have caffeine day 7. You're just dual fisting a iced coffee and a ghost.
I know. I just
Fucking
dude, well,
psycho.
I don't
No
even
one
want.
consumes caffeine like Rudy. I've never seen anything.
It's not. I don't even want the caffeine out of this. It's just that we aren't allowed to have sweets, so I'm like craving something sweet.
Now he wants to follow rules.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like,
the sweets is where the rules come into play, but not anything else. Oh,
You
I
guys
had
are
the
just-
Turkish coffee for the first time, by the way. It was tremendous.
Legit.
Did it.
I realized I got home. I got the Turkish coffee. Got home. I don't even have a coffee maker.
I'll buy your coffee.
Dude, I bought the thing. I bought the thing that they make it in. It was amazing.
oh no shit. Chief, you're up.
Dennis Rodman.
Fuck, that was my pick. I always get hosed, man. Shout out Paulo.
Oh, shout out Paolo.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman in the 90s with the Bulls. Like, I can't like pick a single
it.
one. Like, he had the cheetah print for a while. He had green. He had all the different shit. But it is, you still see it. Like, people make like graphic T-shirts with it even to today because it is so iconic and so unique and recognizable. And like, he was a crazy person, and he wanted to let you know from the second you saw him that he was nuts. So he went with the hair. So the hair, Dennis Rodman's easy pick.
Yeah,
I hate you because he is my favorite basketball player of all time. As long, like anyone that didn't play for the Heat, Dennis Rodman's my guy. Like he's my spirit animal. I look up to him. That's my fucking goat. Great pick. I'm livid he's not on my team.
Would you wear a wedding dress like he did?
No, but
Well-
the only non-Heat player jersey I own is Dennis Rodman.
Really?
You want to go to North Korea for a
Sound
teeth
like you're
transplant maybe
that-
next?
That big of a fan?
I don't know if I should do that.
I don't know. It just sounds like you're not a huge fan.
You're able to do this now. You're able to get some Rodman hair.
Yeah, I could. I could do whatever I want now. That's what I'm saying. Eddie, we are changed men.
Yeah, you're right. Dennis Rodman hair dye. I've always wanted to hunt that guy down. I want to interview him. Who used to dye his hair in Chicago?
It had to be here, right?
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
Unless, but who knows? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Would have flew to Vegas.
Yeah, get it done.
I think I'd rather hang out with Dennis Rodman for a day than meet like Trump. Like I think my one
Yeah,
thing to do
100%.
is like hang out with Dennis Rodman. Like if I was a Make-A-Wish kid, that would be my wish. Hang out with Dennis Rodman.
Imagine that dying of cancer the day after just listening to fucking like Dennis Rodman ramble. Like, you ever watch like interviews with him? Like, he can't like speak right.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know if that'd be necessarily a fun interview to have.
No, but it'd be a great party.
It would be a fun party. Yeah, partying with Dennis Rodman different than the full day interview thing.
Correct.
For sure.
Kenjac.
I'll just go with the classic one here, Fabio. Fabio, one of the OG hair guys. I think when you think of crazy good hair, Fabio's the guy. And beyond that, I also think of him getting smashed in the face by that bird. On the Gold Coast.
What was that on? Was that at like Magic Kingdom or something, or Epcot?
Busch Gardens.
It was so funny.
Busch Gardens, yeah. It's fucking
Just seeing
bleeding
his face
everywhere.
is covered in fucking blood. It's so fucking insanely random.
That's one of those things that I forget about it ever happened, and whenever someone reminds me, I always gets a laugh out of me because it is so ridiculous.
Dude, it's crazy. And like Fabio, just the all-time hair guy. And like his start was like he just was on the cover of romance novels and stuff like that. And just a ripped dude, super long hair. I think he's like kind of like a right-wing grifter now or something like that.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I think so. I think I saw him on like Fox News promoting like the border immigration policy or something. I was like, I don't know what's going on with Fabio lately, but I thought he was just kind of chilling, doing the covers and shit. But I always love Fabio. By the way, I don't know if you'll include this in the video version. There's this one guy. I think I showed you some of you guys in Turkey. This guy. Speaking of unique hairstyles that you've never seen before, back with the Ronaldo conversation. There's this. I'll send you guys a text picture of this dude. There's this guy I saw in the airport. Me and Ben Klein. He had maybe the most insane haircut, mustache duo I've ever seen in my life. So he has, if you're looking at the picture,
That's a Hitler mustache. Yeah.
he has a Hitler mustache, but the extendo version. So it's a Hitler mustache, but then look at his goatee.
Yeah, I
it goes
see it.
down all the way to like for a full like 3-4 inches or something like that.
That's absurd.
It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Sorry to go too off topic.
Wait, you
but
saw this guy in the wild?
this guy was getting on to our flight to go to Turkey. Me and Ben thought we were finished. Like we saw that dude and we're like, he's getting on our flight. We're
toast.
going to die.
That's literally
And
that Key and Peele skit where they have the insane facial hairs on the airplane.
Yeah. Dude, it's insane.
Yeah, that would
really
be
threw me
unsettling. That would be unsettling.
Deeply unsettling. Sorry to go off on a tangent. I was
Even
just
that
holding on to
jean jacket is out of.
It is nuts.
Yeah,
The
he's.
rhinestones, man. It was nuts.
They're like
And
spikes.
If he was a white dude, he'd be a white supremacist. They'd arrest him on the spot.
something would be going on there.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going with, sorry to get too off topic, but Fabio, I think, is just one of the all-time great hair guys.
Yeah.
Nick, you're up.
Let me get a 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Ric Flair, absolute GOAT. Probably my 3rd favorite wrestler of all time. He's just the man. And his hair, his looks, his skin, the slaps, the woo, the everything about him. The Ric Flair. It's my 2-2.
I assume you're taking his old hair,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was about to say.
Yes, his old hair.
I just want to confirm.
80s.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Prime
limus-
Ric Flair.
The limousine riding.
Man, that hair has been through some shit, dude. They're like,
And some
bro,
pussy.
put down the dye. Begging you.
Yeah.
I bet you Chernobyl is less radioactive than Ric Flair's scalp.
Is he still doing it, dude?
He's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a maniac. But his hair was great back in the day.
He had great locks.
Funny.
That's not blonde. Like there should be a certain type of color. that
Platinum.
we
It's
can-
like platinum.
It's
blonde, I
platinum.
think.
Platinum
Yeah.
blonde.
It's got to be platinum.
That's
yeah.
porn star platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Legend.
You're up
Porn star
again, Nick.
platinum.
I'm torn here, but I think the other guy I'm going to take is going to fall because you guys might hate him. But I'm going to go with Barry Melrose.
Oh.
I love Barry Melrose.
Interesting.
No.
Oh, the other guy.
yes.
Yeah.
He's got great flow. Like that's a hockey guy's flow where he takes his bucket off and you're like, that's a great set of hair. Not just because it's long, but because it rocks.
He's got, I met Barry Melrose because he used to commentate for the NCAA tournament for college hockey.
Damn,
He-
you played D1 hockey?
He, yeah, I did. And he,
Did you win a national championship?
yeah, I did.
Oh, you won a natty?
I did.
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah. He's got great, awful hair.
Yeah.
Explain.
Like it's iconic in the way like Joe Dirt is, but it's like you can pull that off, but no one else should go for this.
It's kind of like poly walnuts with a mullet attached.
It is.
It's wild.
And it's perpetually wet.
Yeah.
How is it so wet all the time?
Yeah.
Why is it still wet?
Spritzing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I took
Like
it.
Brandon
It's an
Marsh or
iconic
something.
hair.
No, you're not wrong.
I just thought of another one.
Even
Oh
as
my
a
God.
kid, you watch Sports Center and you saw Barry Melrose. You're like, man,
That hair
Yeah.
rocks.
I like what he has to say more so because of that hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like it's nice when someone is like a caricature. How do you say that?
Character?
Yeah.
No, caricature.
Caricature, yeah.
Caricature.
Of like
Wait, what's the difference?
Um
A caricature is like an over exaggerated drawing or
Okay,
image
gotcha,
of someone.
gotcha.
I don't know the definitions of words. I just know when to use them. He's like he is like the ultimate hockey look guy.
Yes.
Like it's like hockey looks
It's like a
the
meme.
max.
It's
Right.
like a meme
Yeah.
of hockey,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Finally landed that plane. Jesus, Rudy.
Kenjac.
I think I'll just go with an actor here that has some incredible hair, and he's had incredible hair for something like I don't know. He's old, and he just has amazing hair. Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges has not had bad hair a day in his life. It's every time you look at this dude,
Yeah.
his hair is just full as fuck. I think he's like, if I had to guess, he's like in his upper 70s now. Like his hair still looks better than mine has looked in my entire life, and he is that old, and it's just thick. I don't even know how he runs a comb through it. It's that thick, and he's that old. It makes no sense. You look at pictures of him in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, like even thicker. There's him and one other actor who they ran in the same circles who I think are on the same, and I don't want to tip the pick there. That just they encapsulate that amazing level of like movie star hair to me, and I think Jeff Bridges is that guy. He's just had it forever.
Is it real?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that rug is real as hell.
Yeah. He's got such nice hair, man.
I know, but it's just so hard to believe that on a guy that old has that.
Yeah, he's got Lord of
Dude,
the Rings hair.
75 years old and you got that?
Nuts.
Yeah.
Like that's
That's the kind of shit that'll get you killed. It's like, fuck this guy, dude.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
You ever, and let me ask some of the more actually most of you guys were like in the lower echelon of balding guys. Every now and then when I over like the last couple years, I'd walk past like a homeless guy with just a rug and I'd be so pissed.
I've said this a million times. Homeless dudes have the best hair. They
They
all
have the best fucking hair. It makes no goddamn sense.
They
And it makes
all
me so
have
mad.
so much hair. It's got to be the fresh air. It's got to be the outdoors.
What do you guys think about the people who willingly shave their head bald?
Kind of
I
psychotic.
just met
It
the
makes
first
me-
person who does that, and he said he just wants to look older, like more professional. He just like wants to be bald, but like he could grow a full head of hair, has a great hairline, and he just willingly goes bald. And as someone who had a Batman signal for a hairline, enraged me.
I mean, this is about to be White Sox Dave.
Yeah.
true. He did say that.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know. That always kind of weirded me out. I'm like, what's going on here, dude? Like you're trying, like to me, it's like, it makes me think that you're obsessed with like efficiency and you're like trying to turn yourself into a machine.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't know. It's like, it reminds me of those guys who are like, I wake up every day at 3:30 and I actually gain days of the year and I don't have hair on my head because it's just another distraction. It's like,
Jocko.
it's like, dude, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
David Goggins.
Yeah, dude. That's what makes me
I think it
of.
pisses me off more than that. The shaving the head doesn't bother me as much as guys with great hair that wear hats. Looking at you, Chief, but most of those that pisses me off more. The great hair wear hat. Guy.
You know,
I didn't
Clem's
want
that
to.
guy.
I didn't want to show off while you guys are going through it right now.
No,
So
we're one of
covered
you
up.
now. You're not showing off
Yeah,
anything.
we're
We're
all-
on
You're
equal
not-
footing.
I'm happy to welcome you guys into the
Let's
club.
see it.
I mean, it's
See that lettuce? Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with hat hair, it looks good.
hat
It's
hair.
nice. It's nice.
Yeah, man.
You know, Clem is one of those, right?
Who?
Clem has hair.
Oh,
You know, Clem.
Really?
Yeah, he has hair. He just
like
shaves. it.
Snack Boys Clem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he said hair. It just bothers him. He doesn't like having hair.
Well, that completely
That checks
my
out.
entire argument about efficiency.
yeah, he's on the opposite end of that spectrum. Yeah.
yeah.
His is about laziness.
It just annoys him. And I have a friend like that too. And when we were there, and the video is going to come out. I don't know if we talked about it. Oh, you mentioned you dropped Apollo. There was this kid, Chief, who came from Florida or came from Canada. Sorry, and he was like pissed off because his donor hair wasn't great, so he didn't get as many grafts as he should have gotten. But there's nothing you could do. Like,
Yeah.
you got bad donor hair. You got bad donor hair.
It is what it is.
And I sent like my buddies like a snap. I was like, buddy from Canada's pissed because his donor hair is bad. My buddy's like, imagine flying all the way from Canada just to land so they could tell you that your donor hair is bad. I was like, yes, but imagine fucking willingly shaving your head with a full head of hair. And that's what this guy does. And everyone's like, true.
True.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's worse.
Shout out Paulo, man.
Yeah, that guy was great.
Paulo was the best. That's don't bump Paulo.
No, we're saying shout out Paulo.
It was the highlight of my trip almost.
He doesn't know who Paulo is, which
Feel left out.
sucks.
He's such inside baseball. He was the funnest part of the entire Turkey trip. I
Oh
think.
my god, I couldn't get enough of that guy.
He was the best.
Every time, he was great. Chief.
All right, I'm taking another athlete because when Smokes did the, who goes, he took Melrose. Rudy goes, I just thought of another one, so I'm worried it won't get past him. But Yager in the early 90s.
That was on my list. Yep.
That was who I thought of.
Yeah, so he had both like kind of a fro up top and then just a ridiculous mullet. It was probably the closest thing to a real life Joe Dirt, but he did it unironically. He did it because he thought he looked sweet.
He did look
kind of looked sweet. He looked sweet coming out of the back of the helmet for sure. But Yager in those early 90s Penguins teams is iconic.
Dude, he had there was points where he had 3 hairstyles at once. When you went from the front to the back, he had
Like
3
Voltron.
separate
Like-
hairstyles.
Perm afro mullet.
Yes.
It was wild.
It was utterly insane. Utterly insane.
I was between Melrose or Yager.
Okay.
Yager's a Panthers legend, by the way.
Yeah.
Rangers
Many-
legend, people would say.
You can
Played
make
forever.
a lot of arguments
Yeah.
on a lot of teams.
Yep.
Penguins legend, Rangers legend.
He had a
some
moment with
random
the
team in
Bruins.
Czechoslovakia legend.
Yeah, I think he owns that team now.
And it was playing it. He was going Jackie Moon. He was playing in it. And he was
52
like
years old.
51. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No joke.
And still putting up numbers.
I think
Yeah.
that he like just recently finally hung him up.
Yeah.
At like legitimately 50 years
God
old.
bless him.
And his like training stories were insane where he would play a full game, dominate, and then run miles with ankle weights on in the concourse after the game.
No,
So, like,
he's a
crazy.
He's a Neanderthal.
Crazy person, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
If you told me he was like Jackie Moon and like had like a full like song about eating pussy in Czech or whatever too, like on the side,
I would
like
believe that.
it was multi-platinum, I would totally be like, yep, that's right. I
Checks
believe
out.
Yeah, he
Well,
had like a picture leak one time of him fucking a girl like half his age, and everyone was like, "Oh, Yager's done," and he literally quote tweeted and was like, "Yeah, I fuck."
I think she was a literal 18-year-old model when he was like 44.
What?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gross, man.
Yeah,
And then it made it a little less more sinister than Rudy made it out to be.
yeah. I didn't know.
I thought he was like banging like a 24-year-old.
I remembered it that way. I mean, it was still in
Wait, he
bounds.
quote tweeted it and was like, "I fuck,"
Something like
He
that.
didn't say that exactly. I can't remember what he said, but he owned it.
but confirmed 18. Not
I
a
don't
day
remember
older.
that. I remember that.
Oh yeah, she was. No, this wasn't something like that. She was of age.
She was of age.
Yeah.
It was inside.
Right, but like barely.
It was
Oh,
inside.
I don't even know that. But
Okay.
she was younger.
It was inside. It was inbounds. But it
Hey,
was Santonio
2 feet
Holmes-
in bounds.
It was Santonio Holmes like toe tap.
Yeah, drag that foot.
All right. She was 18.
So they tried to
Oh,
extort him
shit.
for $2
Yeah.
grand.
Hey,
They tried
2
to
feet
extort him
down.
for $2 grand, and he just said, "I don't care."
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah, I don't care.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
I don't support that for the record. I think that's a little gross. But hey, 2 feet in bounds.
Yeah.
2 feet in bounds.
He was 43 at the time.
Disgusting. That is
Yeah.
fucking disgusting.
Yager's my mullet, by the way. Like
Yeah?
that's it. Like
Okay.
he's my mullet for sure.
Yeah.
I love like there's other people who have obviously brought it back and everything, but that's Yager's the mullet to me.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to Joe Dirt. I'm up again. Before I make my pick, I want to talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. It's already the holiday season, folks, and your local Chevy dealer has everything you want for your wish list, a new SUV or an Equinox EV. Chevy has the gift you want and need. Find your local Chevy dealer at ChevyDriveChicago.com today. If you're not shopping for a new car and just need to make sure your car is safe and weather ready for the season, your local Chevy dealer service center is the place to go. I'm looking around the room. I know we got a couple guys here that are far from home.
Yep.
So if you're making that drive, make sure you get that tune up. You don't want to get in a bad spot driving home for the holidays.
I don't
So
want that.
one more time, at the Chevy Dealer Service Center, go check those out. While you're there, that Equinox EV, the Silverado's obviously great. Chief's got that Blazer. He's very happy.
Love it.
A lot of good stuff there in the Chevy fleet that you should be checking out. So always find your local dealer at ChevyDriveChicago.com, the official truck partner of the Chicago Bears. And yeah, make sure you're driving Chevy this year. And that's the best place to do it. ChevyDriveChicago.com. Go check it out. I'm up. I think I'm getting tremendous value here in the third round. This might be the most iconic haircut ever, especially in film history. It's Princess Leia's buns.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you could say like not for you, whatever, but it's. I mean,
Still It's still like a very relevant Halloween costume too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocking 2 croissants.
Yeah, especially Kenjac letting that fly by as a Star Wars guy.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
Jeff
would-
Bridges, man.
I would do anything for Princess Leia.
Yeah.
That is like, that's my girl.
Really?
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Stunned to hear that.
Wow. I mean,
Oh, wait, hold on. Nicky
know who
Smokes
else?
moment. Nicky Smokes moment. I got to mix up.
you're
I was
thinking
thinking
of
of
Padme. You're thinking of Padme.
That
still.
girl could ruin me.
Padme in the scene where are about to get executed in Attack of the Clones,
Oh my
wearing the all
God.
white, ripped up.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I distinctly remember that moment in theaters, and that was the moment lightning struck my penis and puberty was
Yes.
Mhm.
You're like,
Not
this
kidding.
is why we fucking go through this
I was
shit.
like, oh, I'm straight.
yes.
Oh, I had to look
I
this
would-
up. This
I
is
would betray-
Natalie.
I will
Natalie
betray the
Portman.
Jedi
Yeah.
Order.
Yes.
I think she's kind of universally everybody's number one.
Dude, you know what's
top
interesting?
5.
I was talking to a girl, sick,
Nice.
and
Damn.
a while ago, and I like brought that up. I was like, Natalie Portman is the one, and I've done it a couple times, and they're all like, really? And I'm like, you guys just don't know ball.
They don't know ball.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
She
You just
is
know balls.
Different.
It's like the guys that don't appreciate Matt Stafford, kind of in my brain.
Oh,
it's
okay.
It's a comp in my brain where they're like, "Oh, you think Matt Stafford's one of the best quarterbacks?" Like, well, yeah. Look at the numbers, bud.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Natalie Portman throughout those like the 2000s. Yeah.
So she was great throughout the 2000s, and then within the last 10 years, I don't know why she was there, but she was on the sidelines of a Texas football game.
Dude, that photo is
Yes.
insane.
It's a GIF.
That's
Jude-
from a
with
movie.
Jude Law.
That's from a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, it gets me.
Maybe the greatest
Oh, yeah.
gif I've ever seen.
Because you didn't realize quite what she was working with necessarily.
Yes.
No.
Cannons were out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Rudy
leather
is
jacket.
bricked up right now. Did you see him perk
You're
up?
like, whoa.
I'm glad you brought it up because I didn't want to be the guy to be like, hey, there's just one gif of her.
Rudy
that
has
is
it
fucking
bookmarked.
insane.
I think I have it. I think I've like tweeted it before because it's like every once in a while it just pops in my head. I'm like, that's a perfect woman.
I've
Yeah.
tweeted that gif before too.
yeah.
Yikes.
Carrie Fisher was a nice looking woman too, guys. I mean, way to fucking absolutely bulldoze poor Carrie Fisher in the grave.
Listen, I'm sorry, Ed, but it's just not. Sorry. I mean, when
No, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Gary Fisher also kind of a badass too.
I just pulled up my tweet. It's probably one of my more viral tweets ever, actually. I just go, Natalie Portman is reportedly single, so here's this GIF. She might be the most attractive woman of all time. 7.5 million views and 18,000 likes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christ.
I'm just going to retweet it right now.
Yeah. That is well.
bump that puppy.
Yeah.
Bump that puppy.
Yeah.
Didn't Carrie Fisher love cocaine?
Kenjac.
Yes, correct. Bona fide fact.
Jerry
She-
Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
I think most of the pictures
Princess
you'll
Leia.
find of her in the
Princess Leia.
in the 70s and 80s, she has like the long fingernail thing going on.
Just to get a little quick bump in between
Yeah.
sets.
Dude, that's got to be a vibe. Being on
If
a
I remember
Star Wars
correctly,
set
she
and just
got
being
her ashes put into
railing
like
lines.
a giant like Prozac pill or some shit, or a Xanny. I forget what. Like it was something bizarro.
Oh, so she's a drug addict.
Yeah, there's varying levels of it, yeah, but definitely in the 70s, 80s, more of a party drug person.
Oh yeah, I think her and Belushi had like a little coke den here when they were filming Blues Brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think there's something to that for sure. Now that I remember, yeah, Leia's buns, dude. Those things are.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Cinnabon when they posted "May the Force be with you" with 2 Cinnabuns when she died, which I think should be fine. I think
She'd be cool with that. She'd like that.
Yes, exactly. I hate when people.
It's like a
are
20% off 9/11 sale.
Oh,
Yeah, way better than the 9/11.
That I don't agree with. Yes, that I don't agree with. But like,
Ed's
if you
favorite
wanna
holiday
if you want to
shopping.
use your brand to pay homage to a legend,
So be it.
Hey man, gravy train keeps going. You got to sell.
yeah. Like I don't stand-
Capitalism doesn't sleep.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like where do you stand on Mr. Spaghetti holding an American flag on 9/11 saying
No, that was
never
Pearl
forget.
Harbor. That was okay.
Okay.
Pearl
I
Harbor's
fuck-
fine.
I fuck
Been
with,
enough time.
I fuck with all that, dude.
It's like why
My
I
favorite
like
one
all
was
that.
Pop Chips did R.I.P. Martin Luther King Jr., the Eternal Poptimist. That was my favorite.
Insanity.
I don't remember that one. That's fun.
That's my number one favorite.
Okay.
That one's good. I saw a tweet one time of a 9/11 strip club flyer, and it had
Yes,
2
yes,
chicks
yes.
twerking on the Twin Towers.
That's
Oh,
nuts.
my God.
Yeah, I was like,
Straight to hell.
This is an old story for us, but you guys might not know it. Did you guys know Eddie used to be a strip club DJ?
Yes.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Really?
I had a week stint, yeah, and then I went home and I got my wisdom teeth out and I never went back.
What was your name?
I didn't have a name actually. I was just, just
Eddie.
DJ. Yeah,
And
really.
coming out now is Scarlet.
Yeah, like I wasn't part of the promotion. They weren't putting me on a flyer. It wasn't DJ Nut Gobbler in the booth. Like it was like,
DJ Nut Gobbler.
yeah,
DJ Boob Lover.
yeah, exactly, for sure.
What was your go-to? Like, do you remember what kind of vibe would you try to bring to the table?
Well, strip club DJs tend to have the same cadence, and it's very like this.
Yep.
You know what
Oh,
I
I
mean?
thought so. You did that and played music.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because you
gotcha.
got to like
Gotta
come to the
have-
stage,
Yeah.
innocence, you know?
Innocence.
Yeah.
Sounds like you were fond of her.
That's pretty ironic.
yeah, exactly. So you get that. And I remember asking the guy who was training me. There was a training process, believe it or not.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and I'm like, do you like do that voice on purpose? He's like, just once you get in the booth, man, it just comes to you. And I'm like, all right. So once I hop in the booth, I'm like, fuck, he's right. Yeah, I'm actually supposed to DJ at a strip club in Vegas.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you said
I
that.
hope it
You're
happens.
I need to hear the DJ Eddie voice.
You're dusting off the.
Yeah, they want to have me
Coming out of retirement?
They want to have me like.
You're bringing out the turntable.
Yeah, they're like, are you down to come DJ from like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. and I forget the strip club in Vegas, but I was
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Can you
sick.
please do the voice?
yeah,
Has to.
the strip club. I
You
just
got to be in the booth. You got to be in the
coming to
booth.
the stage, innocence. Like it's just like
Yeah.
it's a little underwhelming, but that's what it is. Like that's what you got to be,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to get the pipes flowing.
Yeah.
You need a
That's
DJ
sick.
name. I really want to hear. I kind of like DJ Nut Gobbler. It wasn't
Yeah,
I don't think that
for a
fits.
first shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Rudy, you're up.
Shit, man, I forgot about this draft. Damn, I wish I hadn't got fifth. Going 2 in a row always surprises me. I'm gonna go. I can't go. I already got a mullet. I can't go that. We got to have a little bit of balance on this team. I'm gonna go Albert Einstein and Britney Shears. When she
Britney
buzzed her
Spears?
head. When she buzzed.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was on my list.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2007 rehab. Went little sass mode. Mental breakdown.
It's
buzzed.
Britney, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like one of the most like recognizable pop culture moments of the 2000s. I'd say like that was the thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that
Oh.
you saw her cutting it,
Yeah.
it meant more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm surprised, bald-headed chicks. I'm surprised you're about this and not Amber Rose. Like I thought you were an Amber Rose guy.
I am.
Yeah, I thought.
I am.
It's not as iconic though.
Fat ass.
Yeah,
Dump truck.
Yeah. But it's like she's just like a beautiful woman and she rocks the ball, which I have the utmost respect for. But it's like Britney brought it to a whole nother level with just there's something about a mental breakdown that I just have more respect for.
Yeah.
I feel like you look for that in a woman. Like you're like on Instagram stories, like trying to find someone going through a mental breakdown, and like here comes Rudy.
Calling him a predator.
Yeah, that's
Not predator.
damning. That
No,
is
no,
damning.
no.
That is damning.
That's just your
Nah.
typical prey.
Yeah.
Not like that, but like Rudy's looking for it. He's like, oh, she's gonna do something crazy with her hair, and then I'm gonna get all over that.
Nah, dude. No. That's too easy.
It's like it's like
I'm
seeing
playing
a
on.
gazelle
I'm
with a
playing on.
limp.
I'm
Oh, you're on all Madden.
I'm on all Madden.
That's a rookie move.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Are you into like bald chicks?
I would be. I just don't really encounter them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very difficult look
Yeah.
to pull off.
Like
and it
Demi Moore,
takes-
T.I. Jane.
Yeah. Sinead O'Connor.
Jada
Yeah.
Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like
Alopecia.
the thing I always wonder about girls or guys with long hair. I get to a certain point and it drives me crazy.
Yep.
My hair. So I don't know how they live every day with it just like touching their face and like
Dude, before I moved here, I grew it out to the Jon Snow,
That
Okay.
rocks.
and I did it. I was like, this is probably the last hurrah because I
you
was
knew
like,
it was going.
yeah.
Now look at you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But it was so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And I had the same thought. I was like, dude, I don't know how girls do this. Like, I was like trying to upkeep it, and then like on top of the fact that it's hot as hell and it's like all over the place, it was a chore, man.
Yeah.
Shit sucks. And then what was the other one I picked?
We
Albert
didn't
Einstein.
really dissect Albie, but what do you got on now? I mean, it's just like
I just feel like he just didn't do his hair.
Yeah, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
I also like it too because he like defined the scientist look.
Yeah.
Very true.
He defined
Like
the
you think
crazy-
scientist, you think of that.
and it's like the crazy scientist,
Right.
Like Back to the Future is like clearly, obviously based on that. So
Yes.
it's sort of, and also just the legacy is undeniable. I'm a
Yes.
big astrophysics guy. I love space. He's just one of the all-time. I would consider him a top 10 influential human.
Oh, has to be. But I do wonder if, because there's been a lot of scientists that have made a lot of discoveries, but like he's the number one most referenced guy, and I wonder if he would be if not for his look.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
like-
no. Yes, he would. That's
Think
crazy.
so? As to this,
Predicted black holes.
no, I know it's,
Imagine
That's
that, dude.
insane.
Predicting science that no one's even seen yet.
and we still don't know what it is, but he like figured out that it was out there.
That's like taking like when a player guarantees a win in Game 7 to a universal scale.
Yeah, it's like guaranteeing a win in like we're gonna win the Super Bowl in 2049.
It's the ultimate
Right,
Bucci
yeah.
overtime challenge.
Yeah,
It really is.
We're gonna say Kenjac.
No, I was just gonna say he is. It's like the perfect name too, because when you think about like how people say like, oh, good job Einstein, like that wouldn't
Yeah.
work if you're like, good job Niels Bohr or
Yeah.
whatever other scientist bullshit. Like
Or
it wouldn't
even-
fit.
even like Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
know?
it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't have fit. Einstein just had the perfect name, and just I think the look helped a lot. I agree with Rudy. Like that, it helped. Like the name that helps onto like people I wouldn't think necessarily care about like E=mc² as much if the face wasn't applied to it.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. You said it better than me.
Sorry, you just looked at me like a crazy person. My head's really itchy right now, so
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Okay.
I don't know if I should tap it, but is that bad? To
We're,
tap?
we're walking. Yeah, no, I'm doing it. It's like we have a weave in.
Yeah, you just kind of like,
Yeah.
can't scratch. You just kind of tap.
That sounds terrible.
It's like we're tapping our barrel braids.
I do a little forehead, finger in the middle of forehead, and go like that. Helps a lot.
The unkempt Einstein. All right. Back to me. I'm going to take another lady. I guess I'm the future is female.
Woman understander.
I'm taking the Snooky Poof.
Dude.
Oh,
I thought about that.
Yeah, dude, that
Yeah.
was monster.
One in a
Dude,
million.
that kind of became in that era. Like that was a style that girls replicated.
Yeah.
Like willingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snooky Poof was monster.
And a bunch of Midwest moms were like, I've been doing this for years.
fun fact: I just watched Jersey Shore for the first time, probably
That's stunning.
like 6 to 8 months ago.
That's stunning news.
I was born to be on that show.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. You would have been amazing on that show.
I would have been an even bigger menace today had I watched that show growing up. Like I was lucky that I watched it as a 24-year-old instead of a 14-year-old.
You would have
been
done.
a
You would have
demon.
done Painkiller Addiction way better than.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. That show fucking rocks, man.
It's awesome.
Oh,
They
it's
would have had to
unbelievable.
invent a new oxy class just for you. After that
After
show.
I watched it, I literally said to Hank, like, yo, we should do like a Barstool Shore. Like that's how much I love that show. And I was just thinking like of me just getting wrecked company dime with some of the boys.
Did he
That'd
tell
be
you
iconic.
that they kind of did? do
Yeah,
that?
he told me that.
they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
basically do that.
Yeah, I know. I heard about it, but yeah.
Okay,
whatever.
but
Stupid
you came
idea.
to that thought independent of that.
Yes,
so
I did.
Yes.
Good credit to
Good
you.
idea.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm just saying, part two, it would rock.
You think black holes exist?
I don't believe in outer space.
Calling the shot.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, Snooky Poof is my pick. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel good about it.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
Chief.
Eddie's close to having this right now, but Kim Jong Un.
Dang it.
Kim Jong Un.
Yep.
His hair. He's the only guy I have ever seen with that hairstyle.
Sorry to interrupt. Jeff D. Lowe.
He did used to.
Yeah, true. Sorry, Jeff D. Lowe and Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
So
And Eddie.
and Eddie for the time being. So I think it's a
Great pick.
hilarious one. So Kim Jong Un.
Yeah. He. It looks like he uses advanced lasers to keep that thing right.
Yeah.
It's almost like what's his face is from Sopranos that we're talking about.
But here's my question. Kim Jong-un is basically the Peaky Blinder. It's just that it's him.
No, it's different.
No, it's got like the side.
It's a square, dude.
But he
His
does
hair
it
is
both
a,
ways,
His hair is
right?
a square.
Like, come on, bro. You're not going to tell me that's not very Peaky Blinderish?
But it parts in like the middle, and it does like the pushback thing kind of, and it's like also not wet. It's like dry.
Eddie, I can see what Eddie's saying. But there's the Kim factor.
Yeah, I think it's him.
It's the Kim factor. There's just a little bit more of a. There's a different.
You see,
juice.
Eddie, he's Asian, is what he's trying to
Yes,
say here,
and
that
also
makes a massive difference.
He's Asian, and he's also like dictators just have a different swagger.
But like
They do.
like the Peaky Blinders one, it kind of falls naturally on their head. His like defies gravity and is like has a box top.
I get it. I'm just saying if you lined up Kim Jong Un and Tommy Shelby, and they hit the same barber, it might be like a Moose versus Gel situation.
Like if he were in the opening scene, if he were an extra in like the what they have in Chinatown, they had like the tailor. It was like tailor or dry cleaner. Like if he was just like in there.
Yeah, like I think it's it's like
fit.
he uses Moose, he uses Gel. Like he's that's the difference. So that's my only beef with the pick.
Most of the great dictators do seem to have like one iconic hairstyle. Like Hitler had the mustache, Stalin had the bigger mustache, which is and
Stalin also
Kim Jong-un
had
that. Mussolini had the
sick
bald
hair.
head.
Yeah.
Like, everyone seemed to have one.
Stalin had all-time great hair.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see the picture of him when he was younger?
That's
I
what
know
I'm
it's a
talking
whole
about.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because that got me thinking. Like, has there ever been a good bald dictator? And good, I mean, is in like.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, Rudy?
I mean, is in.
Who's
like,
your favorite murderous dictator?
No, I'm saying like good is in like successful in his endeavors. Not
Mussolini,
necessarily.
I guess, is the closest.
But yeah, Mussolini though. But he fell off big time.
I got bad news for you about Hitler, my friend. So did he.
Act.
But bad news for Stalin. That dude died in a puddle of his own piss because people were too afraid to bring him to the doctor.
Unfortunately, though,
Death of Stalin is
So
maybe
funny, dude.
the
One of my
most
favorite movies.
underrated movie of all time.
I've been meaning to watch that.
I have to
It's
watch that.
so funny.
Didn't
One of my
Mussolini
favorite
get hung?
comedies of the last like 10 years.
He got
so
dragged.
funny.
He got hung by his
dragged to the
balls, right?
streets.
Didn't they hang him?
by the peasants, dude. The
Yeah.
local
Yeah.
Italians just put him up.
Yeah.
Love that for
Yeah,
us.
packed him.
Good.
Yeah.
Kenjac.
Yeah, murked his ass. I'm kind of like stuck between a bunch of different ones right now. Like, what do I want more? Do I want more iconic, or do I want more like the hair is actually good? I think like one that I think is very like immediately who that is Weird Al. Weird Al, you look at his head and you look at his hair, that's Weird Al no matter what. You could see a picture of just his hair, you'd be like, that's Weird Al. And on top of that, Weird Al is just very fucking funny and good dude, and everyone seems to love him, and I like everything about, I would say, Weird Al for the most part. And he's had that same hair without really any recession or bald or graying or anything for what? Since the 80s, like mid 80s. So credit to him for that.
Yeah, I mean, where else?
I'm trying to remember what exactly it looks like.
It's just like long curly hair.
Similar to Palomalu.
Yeah, similar to
Yeah.
Palomalu for
Yeah,
sure.
kind of similar to Palomalo in a way. That'll make sense, I think, when you see it. But I think it's just one where it stands out as being like,
Oh yeah.
that's his hair, and he has not changed it in 40 plus years. And
Yeah.
it's just his look.
Yeah, it's PFT commenter in a way. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is like the evolved Pokemon of PFT.
pretty much.
the elder Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Nicky, you're up again.
So as a former bald guy, I always resented people with great hair. I lost Chief, but no one's hair pisses me off more than Joe Burrow's and how fucking perfect it is.
He's got very
I
good
think
hair.
he has the best hair I've ever seen, at least in my lifetime. Like I'm not a movie guy. Like you could put 100 actors in my face, I couldn't say their name, I could recognize their face. I'm an athlete guy. Joe Burrow is like, I would say, the Brad Pitt in terms of like good looking hair, and he's got all the attributes.
Is it iconic though?
He's just like a hot dude.
I think it's iconic.
Yeah, but he's got that little hair that just falls down on his forehead
the
perfectly
little-
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
And everyone else who has that looks like an idiot, but it like
Yes.
looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Gotta
I'm
go
with
Joe
that.
Burrow.
I'm with that. I do see his hair on the sidelines and I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
It always looks good.
Yeah. His always looks wet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even in post game, like it
Yeah.
always looks wet.
It really does, yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's just like freestyling. He's like, what if I just dyed this shit?
He's like, I'm so hot, I can do whatever I want. Yeah.
Yeah, it pissed me off.
Except make the playoffs.
Yeah. Dude, they've been getting so unlucky.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They need a defense. It's
Well,
terrible.
Nikki, what do you think about Justin Herbert's hair?
He was my next pick, but I'm not going to pick him anymore because I just took Joe Burrow. But I thought you were going to go Herbert, which is why I went to Burrow. And then I was like, nah, fuck it. I like Burrow's hair more than Herbert. But he is up there 100%.
You got some good hair guys in the NFL right now, I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Also, Herbert got that buzz cut, and then it
And
seemed
looked
like
horrible.
It also seemed like within like a snap of the fingers, he just had long hair again.
Yeah.
Dude, his hair grows so fast, it's insane. It makes no goddamn sense.
It's going to be us soon. It's going to be us
It
soon.
really does. Who's your fifth rounder, Nick?
I don't know if I could go with this, so I'm just going to shout them out real quick. Shout out all the ladies that just rocked like that hot-ass hair bun up top. It's my weakness. Just wanted to put that out there. It's fucking...
Ooh, a horny pick. I fuck
Yeah.
with
Put
it.
it out. Hey, Summer of Smokes is coming, so girls.
Yeah. Hair's up. Buns
Dude,
up.
I'm actually with you. The messy bun.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's the
Yeah.
key to my heart.
Yeah, it stirs the drink.
I don't know if that's a pick or not. If it's not a pick, I'm going to have... Is it a pick or
I mean,
not a
can you
pick?
give me a girl who like
Literally any woman that's
A
attractive.
messy bun?
Yeah, the
Messy
messy
bun.
bun is nice. I'm trying to think of an example.
Literally any hot girl that's
Just, I
worn a
mean,
messy
you just have
bun.
to like walk outside on Wall Street or something.
Yeah.
You see a million of them.
I just looked up messy.
I feel like
bun.
hot chicks in Ohio really have cornered that market.
If it's not a pick, I have a backup.
All right, why don't you give us the backup?
I'm gonna go with Clay Matthews.
Yeah, I had him on my list. There's something
That's
about
the guy I was talking about earlier that you might hate him because he plays for the Packers.
Oh yeah, but it was I was gonna talk myself around that pick, obviously, because I don't like Clay Matthews for obvious reasons. But there's something about how him and AJ Hawk made that
Yes.
linebacker haircut so much scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Like they brought a different punch to the linebacker position when
Yes.
those guys were fucking that.
Yeah,
It's a bad
it fits them, but this is kind of back when we were talking. Like, do they have good hair or is their hair just long?
His was good. It was both.
See, I don't know. I kind of agree. It might be just long.
Yeah,
Have you looked up a picture of him and how like he looks like fucking Thor?
Let me see.
They might have built the character Thor around Clay Matthews.
The biblical god
The biblical Norse god. That's
that's thousands of years old.
2,000 years old.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
It's Norse.
not like a
That's who
Marvel
they base it
That's
off.
literally mythology.
yeah.
2,000 years old.
Damn, that shit's crazy. All right. Anyway, he looks like fucking Thor.
Don't tell Nick that. No, but he made this like a thing. Like linebackers were growing
Yeah.
out their hair. Like if you were a strong safety, you were tougher. Like you were more of a force. Like it's all right. Let's look at that guy.
Right.
Like people got recruited more because they had this haircut on defense. I'm convinced. of
Yeah,
that.
we better keep an extra tight end in here. This guy's got long hair.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, I think that became a thing. So for that, I respect the haircut. Kenjac.
So we're saying like iconic hair, right? Like it doesn't necessarily need to be good.
No.
No, I just
So
took,
I'll do
I just
Mark
took Kim
Davis.
Jong Un.
Dude, I put Britney Spears' buzzed head.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'll do Mark Davis. Mark Davis cutting his
Oh,
own hair.
great
that
one. That's a
Weird
good
ass
one.
fucking hair he's got. He looks like such a fucking weirdo, and it just works because he's just like
I'm rich.
I don't know how to explain it. He's like this big, rich, kind of lovable dork, and it's kind of tough to hate him. And
Yeah.
I think it just kind of works for him cutting his own hair. So I'll round out with Mark Davis.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, that's absolutely just like
He's a psychopath.
you gotta be either on death's doorstep or a billionaire to rock that.
Yep.
yep.
It's beautiful stuff.
It
And
really
you
is.
see him on the sideline with like the hottest girl you've ever seen in your life,
Yeah.
like in his press box or in his owner's box.
I like to think he cuts it himself too.
He does. No, he does.
Oh, he
cuts
does
it himself.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I it's weird. It's like this he somehow has bangs, but they're the smallest bangs. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. He looks like those old school monks.
Yes.
yeah, with it, like the friar tuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just beautiful stuff. Chief, you're up again.
I will take. Damn. All right, I'm going off my own board a little bit. I'm taking Cisco in the thong song, with the silver hair.
What? What is that?
You don't know the thong song?
I know the thong song, but I
If
don't
you look up the music video, Cisco has like a buzz cut, but it's like metallic silver.
Yeah, it's
That's
something.
a good one.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good one.
It is. It's a deep cut
Yeah, I know.
but if you're a 90s
2000,
you
yeah.
get it.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
This was real.
yeah.
That's dope. The sideburns too? Oh my god, this is insane.
Long sideburns too.
Yeah, Cisco wasn't fucking around, dude.
No.
And all he's saying about was like how much he wanted to see a girl's thong.
Let
worked.
me see that thong.
I was born in the wrong era.
Nah, dude, we had the whisper song.
Tip drill.
Yeah.
I mean, all the music we listen to now is just about fucking anyway. So man,
It's always been about fucking dog.
Yeah.
twerking. Yeah, you guys didn't have twerking back then, did you?
No. We had grinding.
Yeah.
Grinding.
Yeah,
was,
grinding
grinding
more.
at bar mitzvahs was my shit.
Oh my god.
Are you Jewish?
No, but I grew up in a Jewish suburb, so
Okay.
I went to like
Same.
1,000 bar mitzvahs.
Bar mitzvahs are the best.
They rocked.
The best.
Never
And
been
like,
to one.
just imagine a bunch of 7th graders. Like, that's like when you first start, like, kind of getting horny, and then you're grinding and like you're sneaking in alcohol for the first time. Like, it was a great.
What a time to be alive. Yeah, grinding. I brought this up the other day.
That was cute. We said it at the same time.
I brought this up the other day. Do you think kids are still grinding?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're probably fucking. Now
That's what I
too.
was gonna say. I feel
Like
like
they're probably like giving back shots and ripping a vape. Like every generation gets worse.
Oh man.
Like by the time we have kids, they'll be fucking in like 5th grade.
I don't know.
Hopefully not.
I mean, it kind of reverts back to the norm. That's what they did in like the Middle Ages, no? So
Right,
like
exactly.
anything where it's like a weird graph. Yeah.
Right. Like the Egyptians were super freaky.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Grind on me.
You like that song Red Nose, Eddie? You ever play that at the strip club? She gonna shake it like a red nose.
It's the girls
Like-
request
like-
what they
like-
wanted, so
Really?
that was whatever they wanted.
Ooh.
Say less.
That was it. But yeah, good pick. I'm gonna take another '90s bowl, and I'm gonna take the Scottie Pippen flat top.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, there's just something about like that's awesome. Black guys could do a flat top and they look sick.
Yeah. You know what I just realized? I
Is he
feel
the best flat top though? Because that was like very popular in that era.
He is for me. Like he's the flat top for me.
Like what would you do? Like Kid and Play or something? Like I don't know what the next like. What's
I
the
mean,
next?
Patrick
best flat
Ewing
top?
I
had
was thinking Ewing.
had one.
Ewing would be good. Damn.
There was that other guy in the Knicks who I think I can't think of his name, like Skylar Thompson maybe.
That's the Dolphins quarterback.
Yeah, it's the Dolphins.
Fucking
like
sucks.
back third string quarterback.
Hold on, but he like won a dunk contest and he had the flat top in his.
You
flat
talking about like
top.
John Starks?
No. His was like 8 inches tall. Let me pull it up.
Are you talking about
Lonnie Walker.
Shumpert?
Amon
Maybe.
Shumpert?
No,
Shumpert
it
had
might
a
have
good
been-
one.
Lonnie Walker?
J.R.
Might have
Smith. No, J.R. Smith always had.
Oh,
a top.
Shumpert had a huge flat top.
Shumpert
He
was
did.
tough.
That's not who I was thinking of, but
Alfred
Shumpert
Payton?
would have been a good one. Too.
Carlos Boozer's beard should be like an honorable mention.
Carlos Boozer's
Head.
hair.
Yeah,
when he
like,
spray
yeah,
painted
yeah,
it.
That's a pick. That's the
Yeah.
last pick for you, Rudy. It is
I'll,
iconic.
I'll see you there. That maybe it's not the most iconic flat top, but for me it is.
Okay.
Hey,
But
it's your, pick,
that's-
it's your pick, bro.
Yeah, obviously it's 'cause
Kenny Walker.
Chicago.
Kenny Walker.
Kenny
Yeah.
Walker. Okay.
I feel like the flat top, I'm stunned that hasn't come back big time.
Right?
That's the next decade probably.
Yeah.
Because 90s are big in right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm shocked that no one's rocking flat tops.
Yeah.
Rudy, Mr. Irrelevant.
Is the last pick?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I just had one that I just thought of and then I got distracted. Fuck. What was I gonna do? I've had some clown ones. I probably should just do like a regular one. Fuck.
It's iconic. Whatever's iconic.
I know.
This one's gonna be really hard to vote on who gets cut because I feel like everyone's had a good draft. Which
Oh,
probably
I
means I'm
forgot
gonna
people get cut. That's so sad. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go with the one I really like. No clown shit. I'm going Achilles.
Like
Brad Pitt. Achilles.
Brad Pitt and Achilles and Troy.
That shit was insane. That was
Dude,
perfect.
There was not. You would not find a strand of bad hair in that movie. Everyone was
Yeah.
rocking
Bana,
thick ass hair in that.
Bana, Bloom, Helen of
Dude.
Troy.
Fucking what's his name from Succession? Brian Cox had a thick
Yeah.
mane of hair.
Yeah, he did.
Brendan Gleeson had a thick head of
Brian
hair.
Cox had
Peter
a
O'Toole.
ponytail.
That movie should have been better.
Yeah. Okay. Hold up. That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
I said it should have been better. Like that.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. But by better, what you want a 99 to be 100? What do you
Wait,
want?
what could have been?
No, what is it on movierankings.net?
No, it's not. It's not that high. I really do like. It's like one of my ultimate. Like, I really think this movie is much better than people give it credit for. Movies.
I almost feel like I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure, but in my head, like that movie, that story, that cast, it should be like in the Braveheart, like those types of discussions. Like it had all the pieces to be one of the great movies of all time, and they just fell a little.
I don't know,
short.
dude.
When
He does have
fight
that
scenes are
moment
so
though.
good.
Hector.
Yeah,
Hector.
Yeah.
And that fight scene is amazing.
it's a good fight scene. Very good fight scene.
Brad Pitt rules in that movie.
Rocks.
Yeah,
His
Kinda
hair in
rocks
that,
and
oh my
everything.
god.
Yeah, he doesn't. I can't name a bad picture.
Dude, Orlando Bloom, thick head of hair.
Yeah.
Does anyone like owned a 5-year period more than Orlando Bloom owned like 1999 to 2004?
he got the number. He got the number one girl in that period too, in my opinion.
On top of that, Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Kingdom of Heaven, Troy, like all these movies, like all the biggest blockbusters in the world at the time, big epics
Dude,
were all him.
McConaughey had
and
a crazy run though.
Yeah,
yeah, when
He's
he
goated.
We went like
Dallas
Interstellar,
Buyers.
Dallas Buyers Club, and then there's one
Yeah.
more I'm forgetting.
did True Detective.
True Detective.
Yeah,
He went on an
Yeah.
absolute spree.
yeah.
Uber Eats commercials. Now.
Wait, who did Orlando Bloom? Oh, Katy Perry?
No, Miranda Kerr.
Oh, way back then.
Yeah, she was like she might be my all-time number one.
Also,
what happened to Natalie Portman? You just
Natalie Portman's in that. She's on Mount Rushmore for sure. Natalie Portman's more like that's your wife, where I feel like Miranda Kerr is just like
a
you're
perfect one night.
Yeah, or she's just perfect. She's perfect looking.
Orlando Bloom, long dick too,
Yeah,
Big dick. Big ass dick.
on a paddleboard.
good for him.
Yeah, he was on a paddleboard naked, which is like just you're operating on a different wavelength.
You know what you're working with.
Right.
I would never do that.
You know how bad my naked dick would look on a paddleboard? Actually, just really
would
anywhere.
you see it?
All right.
Unreal.
Let's do some honorable mentions, and I'll read them off. We'll vote someone off. We'll get out of here. I got 4. I'll just run through them real quick. I couldn't think of an iconic rat tail, but I wanted to squeeze it in somewhere. I don't know. You guys got an iconic rat tail?
Anakin.
Anakin from
Yep.
the Padawans in general had like that
Yep.
weird ass
Yeah,
rat tail thing.
he only had it in the first
The
one.
ending of Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
the end of Phantom Menace. He had a little rat tail. Also, Obi-Wan had a rat tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Qui-Gon too. He had great hair.
Yeah, he
Like
did.
Jin.
Yeah.
Other one I tried to think of is someone with a good southern swoop. Like I feel like that's such a big
McConaughey?
regional
I
haircut.
think you could have like argued for Bieber for that.
Bieber, yeah.
Swoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a little high for the
Young
southern
Bieber,
swoop.
like that.
That
Hair
he
was
invented
iconic,
that.
yeah.
To me, like the perfect southern swoop is Will Muschamp. Like that's a southern swoop.
Yeah.
You know, Will Muschamp or Kirby Smart. Like
Muschamps is better.
yeah, Muschamp is
Yeah.
the golden tier. I think there's not many things I hate more than the Mohawk haircut. So I was never going to
I
draft
was gonna
it.
say Birdman.
Yeah, but
Center
Birdman
that used
is
to play for the Heat.
iconic.
No, Nuggets legend.
Todd Pollard.
Yeah, no,
Had a
Nah,
weird
Heat
one.
legend.
Nuggets legend.
Yeah.
Heat legend.
And then this is a very big.
I was also
cut.
thinking Liddell. I had Liddell.
Chuck Liddell, yeah.
Oh yes.
He's
Liddell.
almost in that Clay Matthews territory.
Yeah.
It's like that made him
Psycho.
5% more.
That much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like the beat my wife mohawk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
He
wouldn't
reinvented the wife beater.
He wouldn't beat his wife, but his mohawk would.
Would. Yeah. Yeah.
And then my last one's a super deep cut, but I love the movie A Wedding Singer and the Flock of Seagulls guy at
Oh,
the ticket
yeah.
counter
Yeah.
before they leave for Vegas is incredible.
Great movie.
Yeah. Kenjac, any more honorable mention?
Like the Rachel from Friends. People
Love
Rosen,
her. Oh, she's right after Portman for me.
Like Bryce Harper, I think has had among
Yep.
the current athletes has some of the best hair. Sam Hartman, shout out to
Yes, great hair.
Mm-hmm.
He has just unbelievable hair. Like David Beckham when he had cornrows.
I
and he
thought
wore
about
Yeah,
that
the-
one.
I had Beckham
Yeah.
on my list.
I thought about doing that one.
Yeah.
You
And
could
he
have
the
wore
whole
the
world
fucking-
freaked out when he shaved his head.
you could have done 5 David Beckhams, I feel like.
Yeah.
Dude,
Could've just
he did every hairstyle. He wore a do rag to meet the Prince Charles. Like he was just
Legend.
an insane person.
Yeah.
Legend.
And there's one other big one. I'll send you a picture, guys, because no one will know who it is. But there's this one anime character that it fascinated me, and I'll send you a picture of it over text. But there's this character named Jotaro Kujo in this anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where like the character's like he's the coolest dude in the world. He's strong. Every girl wants to fuck him. Every guy wants to be him. And his hair is like he has cool hair, but it blends into his hat. And it has always fascinated everyone, and it has always fascinated me because every time I look at it in every scene, it's like you can't tell where the hat starts and the hair begins. It's like impossible to tell.
What is this? You just sent it. I don't even know.
It's impossible to figure out.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I still to this day, I have no idea how.
You
it
know
works.
what I
That's
think it
always-
is, Kenjac? I think he's wearing a visor.
It could just be a weird visor.
Yeah.
But no one's been able to figure it out. John Stamos probably up there as well.
This is
and
Bubba
John
Watson.
Raffio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Raffio from I forget the actor's name off the top of my head. I'm really killing me to not remember that. Schwartz, something Schwartz up. But he's really good too. Big ass hair.
Okay.
Chief?
Trump,
Yep.
iconic hair.
Oh my God, how did I not think of that?
Yeah. Another Simpsons one, Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
I had him on my list.
I think my whole other list is picked over. So
Nick?
I had Vinny Chase from Entourage.
Yeah.
I always wanted his hair. And
that was elite hair.
Yeah.
great hair. Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Yeah.
All the wrestlers I thought had sick hair.
I had
Yeah.
HBK on mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Rudy?
I had a big list, dude. I just remembered the one that I forgot in the last round. That was Slim Shady, Eminem.
Oh, yeah. That probably should have been picked.
Yeah.
What about Amy Winehouse?
I had her written down. I had Amy Winehouse, Bon Jovi, Elvis,
Elvis was great. Yep.
Yep.
Alfalfa,
Yeah.
Fuck, Alfalfa's iconic.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
That would have been a really good one.
Patty the Batty,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one, too.
Carrot Top,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Momoa. And I threw in like one that I just tried to replicate as a kid that I was obsessed with was the Sheckler, Ryan Sheckler, the skateboarder.
Oh,
It was basically the Bieber.
yeah.
Yeah.
The swoop.
Yeah.
You had the flat top with the wings coming out.
Yep.
I was about to take off like an ace.
We could have did Rapunzel too.
Samson from
that-
the Bible.
That was on my
Yep.
list.
Yeah.
And I
Samson.
thought I was gonna get made fun of if I did it because it was like, oh, we're doing historical ones. But in the Bible, literally,
Yeah.
his hair is a superpower.
Yep.
Correct. And
Cost him his life.
well,
The woman.
Well, he actually got his get back though. He killed himself. He martyred himself.
yeah.
He took down the pillars.
Can't trust these women, man.
All right, I'm going to run it down the list, and we'll vote off who had the worst draft in our minds. Nicky, Troy Polamalu, Ric Flair, Barry Melrose, Joe Burrow, Clay Matthews. Kenjac, the Peaky Blinder, Fabio, Jeff Bridges, Weird Al Yankovic, Mark Davis. Chief, the Pulling Walnuts, Dennis Rodman, Yager, Mullet, Kim Jong-un, Cisco. Eddie, Bob Rouse, Afro, Marge Simpson, Beehive, Princess Leia, Buns. Snooky, Poof, Scottie Pippen, Flat Top. Rudy, Joe Dirt. R9, Albert Einstein, Britney Spears, Buzz, Brad Pitt, Achilles. Write it down on a blank text. Write it down on a piece of paper. Whatever you got to do.
I'm so bad at this.
You want to
I gotta you guys all take notes. You're smart.
You got yours, Kenjac?
I don't want to write it down. I can just look at yours.
So you just got to write one down.
Got it written down. This is
Damn,
tough,
it's really hard.
though, man.
I think
everyone's got a really good draft.
I think it is hard. I agree.
Yeah.
I think people did a nice job.
Like, I know I usually come on these and like I'm the clear cut.
I don't think that's the case.
I don't think that's the
I
case.
think I had a good draft today.
Either.
I agree.
You want to go first, Chief?
I had Kenjac.
Okay.
I had Kenjac as well, just because I'm not a movies guy and I had to look up everyone that he said. Nothing personal though, but I had to look up everyone that you said except Mark Davis.
Kenjac, who do you have?
I'll just go with Rudy.
Okay. I had Nicky.
You hate me.
I don't. I just think iconic hair versus like awesome hair was a little.
Yeah.
You cross wires a little bit. You pick people with great hair. Barry Melrose, awesome. Like
I would
Joe
say
Burrow.
Melrose is iconic.
I agree, but
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is not iconic to me. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the Scottie Pippen flap top isn't iconic either.
I
That's like
disagree.
a personal thing for you.
I-
like no one thinks of Scottie Pippen and goes flat top.
I guess I disagree. But
You're a Bulls guy. When you think Scottie Pippen,
I push back on that. I push back on his pick. I don't think he has like. To me, Ewing was more of like the '90s flat top guy than Pippen.
who do you got, Rudy?
I'm gonna go for one reason only. I'm gonna go Smokes just because he had 3 football players.
cool. Well, now we're tied.
Ooh. Yeah, so that means Kenjac has to or actually you're in the vote, so that means Blance will break the tie. Who
No,
had the
I
worst?
voted. Yeah, I voted for. Yeah.
Rudy, yeah. Who had the worst draft?
Can you read them to me again?
Yeah, so it's either Nicky or Kenjac you could vote for. It's Nicky had Troy Polamalu, Ric Flair, Barry Melrose, Joe Burrow, Clay Matthews. Kenjac had Peaky Blinder, Fabio, Jeff Bridges, Weird Al Yankovic, Mark Davis.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with Smokes because he's got a Green Bay Packer on his list. Do that.
I always get hosed on this show, man. Shout out
Oh, you get
Paulo.
hosed,
This
man.
shit's a fucking joke. Bro. I don't even know why they bring me on this show anymore, bro.
You know,
Got hosed, man.
it was close for me here, to be honest. I was very close to Kenjac too, just for the record. So
Oh,
I thought you had a good
that'll
draft,
make him feel
Smokes.
I'm
better.
not picking on you.
Yeah.
That hurts.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Baldstool. Look out for the videos on Wonton Dons.
Can't wait.
Uh,
I think this is
Rumble.
the piece of content I've looked forward to the most. I would say in a long time is Baldstool.
I hope it lives up
Baldstool
because we
does.
got a lot out there.
We got a lot of
in
good
real
footage.
time.
The,
Yeah, we
cli-
got.
the clips that came out where everyone was better than the one before.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
All right. Hopefully it works out. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with a free swim. And Friday or Thursday, actually, I'm having a mortgage lender on. So if you got questions about buying a house, leave us a voicemail.
Our guy.
Drop a DM. Yeah, our guy Hochberg's coming on. And yeah, that's kind of all I have today. If you want to call the Dog Walk voicemail line, leave us a draft topic, leave us a free swim topic, leave us a question for the voicemail or for the mortgage lender, 312-549-9314. All right, finally, that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you guys for having me. That was super fun.
That was
Thank you, Rudy.
Thanks, Rudy.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kenjac.
boys.
See you guys.
Love you, fellas. See you guys later.
Yeah, later, dog.